What's up, guys? Devan here from Engearment.com. Today we are talking about the Zoleo Satellite Communication Device. So, big thing that we preach here at Engearment is safety. So when you do go outdoors, you are going into the outdoors. So you have to be respectful of, one, you become quite low in the food chain, the more, especially out here in Colorado when you go into the wilderness. Two, you just have to be more alert and mindful just to make sure that you're having a safe experience and you can return home and have a great time and head back out into the mountains. So similar to how when the winter season comes, how we make sure that we put water, blankets, a little bit of extra food in your car in case you get stuck in the mountains. When you're going into the backcountry, whether it be camping, overlanding, hiking, biking, etc., or backpacking, you want to make sure that you're able to have cell service and having ability to contact folks in case you need it, just to have that extra layer of safety. So we all recognize, again, out here in Colorado especially, you do go through service areas where you get service and where you don't. What the worst case can happen is you are in an area that does not have cell service, an issue comes up and you cannot get help. The other thing that you want to also do is sometimes when you're in the backcountry, we recognize everyone who explores does have loved ones who care about them. And sometimes their loved ones aren't with them and they want to make sure, hey, did they make it to the right stop on their backpacking trip? Did they make it to the campsite after a day of hiking? Just staying able to stay connected despite having cell service that is spotty. So Zoleo is one of multiple digital satellite messaging systems that exist. I got connected with Zoleo actually this summer. I was up in Canada doing a few days backpacking trip and spending some time up in Vancouver Island, as well as some other areas in Vancouver with my great friend Nikita. It's my first time backpacking, which is great. And because we were in a lot of areas that were going in and out of service to do the national parks, she actually had a Zoleo satellite messaging system with her. And I was really impressed. So what Zoleo is, so this is going to be your satellite box. As you can see here, it comes on a nice little keychain. It's pretty small. A comparable thing is kind of the Garmin InReach, or there's a few others. So with everything outdoorsy, you can have more affordable items and more entry level items, and then you can also spend a ton of money up there. So it just kind of depends on what your needs are. But Zoleo is a great kind of entry point, first version of that satellite device that you might need. So again, with this is a nice little box. This is going to help give you unlimited messaging anywhere in the world that you have a satellite. So what happens with this box is you are going to get a subscription. So when you sign up, you purchase this thing for about $190, depending on if they're running sales or whatnot. Great thing about Zoleo is because they are trying to make safety accessible to all, they do run a lot of sales throughout the year. So just make sure to keep checking in there, or you can buy it at your local outdoor realtor. What they do is you do that one-time fee to buy this box, which is going to be your satellite. So basically it brings you cell service and brings you connected to the world wherever you are. And then you also then do a mobile plan. So the mobile plan, so this will talk to your cell phone. So on your cell phone, you can download the app, the Zoleo app, which is conducive to Android, Apple, all the devices, and then you choose different plans. So there's gonna be 3 plans. There's gonna be your basic plan, which is $20 a month, your InTouch plan, which is $35 a month, then your unlimited plan, which is gonna be $50 a month. So these plans, again, all plans come with unlimited, or your own Zoleo SMS number and email address. You get unlimited free check-ins and SOS messages. So what check-in is gonna be when you turn this device on, there's gonna be a little check button at the top. You just click that. You will preset before you head out into the wilderness. You preset in your app your emergency contacts. You can choose a few. So for me, I would have my husband, my mom, and my dad. And just kind of when you get to wherever you need to go, you press this button, turn it on, press this button. It immediately will send a pre-written message to your family and contacts saying, hey, I made it to this campsite, or I'm safe, checking in. You can also change it so that it sends for additional features, you can also change it to actually send your exact location, which is really cool. And then you have this SOS button. So with the SOS button, this is going to contact emergency medical if you need it, because we know those are expensive common things. The way they do, Zoleo does a good job to make sure you don't accidentally hit something. So to do the SOS button, you have to actually open manually this little latch, and then you press the SOS button. It'll then also let you have opportunities to say, for example, you accidentally pressed it, you can cancel it, so you don't have to deal with that expensive fee, which is great. So again, with the different fee or different plans, you can get different, they just meet your different needs. So if you're someone who just go on a weekend warrior maybe once a month in the backcountry, the basic plan is probably for you. If you're someone who's out there quite often, maybe that InTouch, or if you are living on the road and you just want to make sure you have that extra peace of mind, the Limited is probably for you. So what I love about Zoleo is they, again, like I said, the app is super user friendly. It's supposed to mimic you just sending text messages to and from your people. They have a bunch of preset messages, which is great. Unlike the Garmin InReach, there's no screen, so you don't have to worry about accidentally tapping something, which I like. You can just hook this to your backpack, hook it to wherever you're hiking, which is great, so it's easily accessible. And then what they have is you can have flexibility. So say you know you're gonna be really camping and you really use this in the summer months, but in the winter months you're more not up in the mountains as much. They have an opportunity where you can cancel or suspend your membership for as long as possible, where I think it's like $4 or $5 a month. So instead of spending that $20, so that way you can preserve your own email, preserve that special number that comes exactly from your Zoleo device without having to pay that full fee. So I really like the flexibility there because I think that's something that's pretty unique. So again, what I love about Zoleo is, again, they have the two-way messaging system. They have 24/7 SOS alerting if needed. If you pay and upgrade to a little bit higher plan, you can get weather inputs, which is great if you are, especially here in the mountains. Up high, we know that once you get above tree line, weather can change very quickly, and this will help give you pretty accurate alerts of when weather is coming to keep you safe. It will share your exact GPS location if you'd like. It has over 200 hours of battery life, which is pretty sweet, and then it's 100% global. So like I said, I was up in Canada, we were able to send my husband here in the States updates as well. So I think the biggest thing is just make sure that before you head out, you update your app with who your emergency contacts are. You can, like I said, use just this box to send your check-in. It'll light up here when things are ready, so you can make sure you know what's going on. So you just send your check-in like this, or you can actually open the app and have a two-way dialogue. So what I really like, again, Zoleo, it's great. You can also use this. We heard some stories that people have used this where, hey, they're just actually driving up in the mountains and they had an issue in a car, some type of accident happened, and their phone didn't have service. So they were able to use this to actually alert their family and friends, which was great to get them the help that they needed. So again, Zoleo is all about making sure that you're protected and safe and on the grid, even when we all like to go off grid for adventuring. So if you want to learn more about Zoleo, check out the link below. Make sure to follow them on social media, learn their story. They have some great podcasts out there, just kind of learn about their story and how they got started, which I highly recommend. I'll try to make sure to link some of those below. But yeah, make sure, I know the holidays have just come, New Year's around the corner, but as you start to plan your outdoor adventures, make sure that you have safety in mind. So Zoleo will be a great thing for you. If you haven't already, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Engearment.com, and we hope you have happy trails and happy adventures, friends.